on and do this video because it's something that I've actually thought about doing this video for a while, and something that's been on my mind for a while, and it's to answer this question about why my hair ain't acting right. What is going on? I'm doing everything right. I'm co-washing. I'm not using any sulfates. I'm not using any silicones. I'm keeping my hair moisturized. What exactly is going on? And I think there are several things that can contribute to that. And I think I have it down to a T. And this is a question that you can ask yourself at the beginning of going natural. You can ask yourself this 3 to 6 months going natural, a year going natural, particularly when you know you're doing everything you're supposed to do and you're not getting the results that people get on naturallyhurley.com and on YouTube. You see these people all like, oh my God, but I'm doing the exact same thing she's doing. Why is my hair not looking like that anymore? Like, it worked at the beginning, doesn't work anymore. And it can be one of several things. The first thing is weather. Weather, dew points are so important. I think we underestimate the power of weather. We have to check what dew point it is outside. The dew point is sort of a mix of the temperature and the moisture, and then you kind of get the dew point. And that basically is letting you know how much interaction your hair is going to have with the moisture outside. The perfect dew point is 40 to 60. 40 to 60 of dew point, when you look at Weather Channel or naturallycurly.com, that's when your hair is going to have a good interchange of moisture with the environment to the point that it's not going to poof your hair up. That's the dew point where you can use your glycerin and all of your other humectants without any issues. If the dew point is above 60, you need, or below 40, you need to try to keep moisture trapped in your hair and not allow it to interplay with the outside. Because if it's below 40, the environment is going to try to extract moisture from your hair, and if it's above 60, the environment is going to, your hair is going to suck moisture from the environment. So you're going to end up with dry, frizzy hair. In those extreme dew points, if you don't, one, avoid humectants that allow that interplay, and two, you don't seal your hair. You also should be sealing your hair. And sometimes we're like, well, I'm not using glycerin or propylene glycol or any of those, strong humectants. Why am I having issues with the dew point? Seal the moisture in. Seal the moisture in. Use an oil, use a pomade, something to seal that moisture in. Otherwise, you are going to find yourself in the issue that I found myself very recently, and it's poofy hair. The other thing, besides making sure you're not using glycerin in high or low dew points and sealing your hair, besides weather, is 2, protein and moisture balance. What is a protein moisture balance in your hair? And sometimes we get confused when we have fine hair, porous hair, coarse hair, low porosity hair, into respect of how much protein and how much moisture we need. We're informed that if you have coarse, low porosity hair, stay away from protein, stay away from protein, stay away from protein. Okay, and you'll find that if you have protein overloaded and you're using too much protein and you have coarse or low porosity hair, your hair is going to get better. But it's going to get softer and softer and better, but then it's going to get to a point where you're using no protein, and it's been weeks. It's been a month, it's been 2 months, and you haven't used any protein. And now your hair is feeling, when you detangle it, so soft that the texture is almost feathery. It's cottony. It's very light. Your hair doesn't have as much strong substance as it should. And that is going to make your hair less likely to retain moisture and more likely to expel and open up its cuticle and get all frizzy and just looking all kinds of bad on you. So try to do a protein treatment sort of once a month. Even if you avoid all types of protein in your hair, if you're protein sensitive, if you have coarse or low porosity hair, do a protein treatment once a month because that's going to keep that balance. Every other week, do moisture only treatments, nice oils, emollients, and humectants. But once a month, give yourself a protein treatment because you're going to need it. And if you have fine or high porosity hair, you're going to need protein. Don't avoid it. And if you find yourself in protein overload, just do moisturizing treatments. Avoid protein for a while. You're going to notice that when you're protein overloaded, your hair is stiff, It is dry, it's brittle, right? It's very hay-like. So keep that balance. See where you're going. When you're washing your hair and you're detangling your hair with your fingers, does your hair feel flimsy? Does it feel a little stiff or dried out? What is going on? And then that will guide you as to what you need, a little bit more protein or you need a little bit more moisture with your treatments. That's number 2. Protein, a bad protein and moisture balance will send you to the frizz land. The other thing that's important is how you let your hair dry. When you're drying your hair, if you're using a lot of friction, movement, and sometimes we're like, okay, I'm letting my hair air dry because that's what I know to help my hair be less frizzy. Okay, that's fine and great. When you have a little bit longer hair, okay, and your hair, every time you turn your head, okay, is having friction here and moving around and touching surfaces, you're not going to have that beautiful, perfect defined curl. You're going to have that result from friction. And I mean, this may not be practical for everyone, and this may not be a problem for everybody. For me, it is. For me, the movement that occurs with my hair here on the bottom, with my shoulder, it's frizzing up the bottom parts of my hair, point blank. So I have to actually try to walk out of the house with my hair mostly dry. That means getting under the hooded dryer, at times the diffuser, but you know, with this length hair, I think the diffuser isn't really doing much. As with shorter hair, I think a little bit above the shoulder, the diffuser was helping me a little bit more in terms of getting my hair dry and frizz-free. I mean, I could get my hair dry, but that's, you know, the other thing. I think that those are basically, you know, the 3 things that I think are not exactly on your radar as to this is what's wrong. One is, am I styling my hair with the appropriate products and the appropriate methods for the weather and the humidity that's outside or lack of humidity that's outside? 2, do I have a good protein moisture balance in terms of how my hair feels and how my hair is going to react? And 3, how is my hair drying? Am I touching my hair a lot while it's drying? Is it frizzing up because I'm allowing a lot of friction and movement? Are people touching my hair when it's drying? What exactly is happening? And those are my sort of tips or recommendations to what to do when your hair just ain't acting right and you're doing everything right. Because obviously, if you're using the wrong products and drying out your hair with sulfates and using some silicones, for a lot of people, those are the sort of the basic things you need to get out of your way before you start tackling these other things. So I hope you guys are doing well. I missed you guys. I'm still doing my thing and struggling out here and trying to get through my training, but I really love you guys. I want to thank all my new subscribers and take care. Bye-bye.